attention. This video is not for you. Unless you've ever been called too much by someone who is not enough. What you're about to discover will either validate everything or make you realize you've been gaslighting yourself. They told you to stop overthinking. That's like telling a supercomputer to process like a calculator. Your brain isn't broken. Everyone else's is just limited. What if the single biggest criticism you've received about your mind is actually the clearest evidence of its advanced design? What if overthinking isn't a flaw to be cured, but a feature to be understood? Here's your roadmap from misunderstood to empowered. You don't process information like most people. You don't just see events. You see patterns forming before they manifest. You don't just hear words, you decode entire systems of meaning. And this difference isn't random, it's structural. Your neural architecture is wired for depth, not speed. And if you don't understand this difference, you'll spend the next decade trying to fix what was never broken. First breakthrough unlocked. Your brain isn't broken, it's advanced. Let's go deeper. And here's the technical truth. Most brains process reality at 480p resolution. They see shapes, react, move on. Your brain processes at 4000 HDR. With predictive analytics enabled, you notice the micro-expression that reveals true intent. You detect the logical flaw in the seemingly perfect plan. You map consequences 3 steps ahead, while others are still celebrating step 1. This isn't anxiety. This is high-fidelity cognition. Now you see the difference for 8OP versus 4K. Next, let's talk about the cost. This high-fidelity cognition comes with a hidden tax, a cost that extracts itself daily. Let's break it down. Think of it this way. You rerunning advanced simulation software while everyone else is using basic calculators. The lag you feel isn't inefficiency. It's processing power being deployed for accuracy over speed. And here's the part that's going to piss you off. You already knew all of this. Every single flaw they pointed out. You'd already diagnosed it yourself 3 years earlier. You weren't overthinking. You were 3 moves ahead, and they punished you for their inability to keep up. So let me show you exactly how they punish you. In your career, the promotion goes to the confidently wrong. In relationships, you're too intense, while shallow connections thrive. In simple decisions, what takes others 10 seconds takes you 10 minutes because you're resimulating ripple effects months ahead. They call this overthinking. It's actually undercompensated foresight. You're penalized for seeing what others can't. This isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a systematic tax on your potential. And this penalty has a compounding effect on your potential. Every time you're told to just decide, you're being asked to ignore data your brain has already collected. That's cognitive dissonance in real time. Tax identified. Now, let's install the protocol to bypass it. So how do you stop paying this tax? By installing a new permission protocol. Also, grant yourself 3 permissions. 1. Permission to ignore artificial urgency. Their deadlines are built for their cognitive speed, not yours. Your timeline is for verification, not vaporization. 2. Permission to treat your depth as strategic advantage, not social liability. 3. Permission to stop using your telescope as a hammer. What they call overcomplicate is actually thoroughness they cannot comprehend. Your frustration isn't malfunction, it's spec sheet incompatibility. Your brain is built for mapping galaxies, not pounding nails. Your brain was designed for complex terrain. Stop blaming it for struggling in shallow waters. System updated. Final step. Rebooting who you believe you are. But permissions alone aren't enough. You need to change who you believe you are. Now, shift your identity. You're not a chronic overthinker. You're a simulation specialist. Your value isn't in reaction speed. It's in predictive accuracy. Your domain isn't the present moment. It's the adjacent possible. When you adopt this identity, everything changes. So the question stops being, how do I stop this? And becomes, how do I deploy this? This shift moves you from patient to architect, from someone trying to fix themselves to someone designing their environment. Identity shifted, you're now a simulation specialist. One last thing. This isn't just theory. I've reverse engineered the complete cognitive architecture behind this phenomenon, and what I found changes everything. This is just the surface layer. I've reverse engineered the complete cognitive architecture behind this phenomenon. The full breakdown reveals why certain environments will always cause system lag for minds like yours. How to conduct a cognitive budget audit to reclaim mental resources. And there's one pattern I haven't mentioned yet. It's the reason you can predict other people's problems with scary accuracy, but can't seem to solve your own. That paradox. It's not random. It's the final piece of your cognitive profile. And when you see it, everything clicks. The complete map, including that missing piece, is waiting next. Your brain isn't broken, but if you stop here, you'll never know how to use it. And the exact framework for turning this curse into unfair advantage. That complete map is waiting for you next. Subscribe to this next video to continue your upgrade. Let me be clear. Your brain was never malfunctioning. It's just waiting for the right operating manual. The world is systematically misclassifying intelligent people. Stop trying to fix what was never broken. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's operating on a different frequency entirely.